Some journeys change where you are, others change who you become. Today, we are beginning a journey through the psychology of money, a book that has the power to change the way you think forever. Chapter 1, No One's Crazy. One of the most important lessons in the book is that nobody is crazy when it comes to money. People make financial decisions based on their personal experiences, and those experiences differ dramatically from person to person. Imagine someone who grew up during a financial crisis watching their parents lose jobs and struggle to survive. Now imagine another person during an economic boom where opportunities seemed endless. Naturally, those two individuals will have completely different attitudes towards saving, investing, and risk. What appears irrational from the outside often makes perfect sense when viewed through someone's life experiences. This chapter teaches us to be less judgmental and more understanding because every financial decision is influenced by a unique personal history. Chapter 2, Luck and Risk. We often admire successful people and assume their achievements are entirely the result of their hard work, intelligence, and discipline. While these qualities certainly matter, Morgan Housel reminds us that luck and risk plays significant roles in many lives. Many successful individuals benefited from opportunities, timings, or circumstances beyond their control. Similarly, many failures are not entirely caused by poor decisions. Sometimes bad luck, economic downturns, and unexpected events influence outcomes. This chapter encourages humility during success and compassion during failure. It reminds us that while effort is essential, we should never underestimate the role of factors we cannot control. Chapter 3, Never Enough. One of the greatest dangers in life is the belief that we always need more. Human beings naturally compare themselves to others. No matter how much money, success, or status we achieve, there is always someone who has more. This constant comparison creates an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. Morgan shares stories of incredible wealthy individuals who lost everything because they couldn't stop chasing more wealth. Their downfall wasn't because by lack of money, but by a lack of contentment. This chapter teaches that understanding what is enough is one of the most valuable skills anyone can develop. Without that understanding, no amount of success will ever bring lasting satisfaction. Chapter 4, Confounding Compounding. Most people underestimate the incredible power of compounding because its effect seems small at first. Wealthy is rarely built through dramatical events. Instead, it grows through small, consistent actions repeated over long periods. Imagine planting a seed. For years, it may appear unchanged, but beneath the surface growth is taking place. Eventually, those tiny gains accumulate into something remarkable. The same principle applies to money, knowledge, relationship, and personal development. Success often comes not from extraordinary efforts, but from ordinary actions repeated consistently over time. This chapter highlights the importance of patience and long term thinking. Chapter 5, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. Building wealth and maintaining wealth require completely different skills. Getting wealthy often involves taking risks, pursuing opportunities, and being optimistic about the future. Staying wealthy, however, requires humility, caution, and discipline. Many people become rich, but far fewer remain rich because success can create overconfidence. When individuals begin to believe that they are invincible, they often take unnecessary risks that eventually leads to losses. This chapter teaches that financial success is not just about making money, but about protecting what you have already built. Survival and consistency are often more important than extraordinary gains. Chapter 6, Tails You Win. A fascinating concept explored in this chapter is that a small number of events often account for the majority of results in life. A single investment can generate enormous wealth. One business decision can transform a career. One opportunity can change an entire future. Likewise, one mistake can have lasting consequences. Understanding this principle helps us accept that success is rarely a smooth, predictable journey. Often, a few significant events shape outcomes far more than hundreds of smaller decisions. This chapter encourages patience and resilience because we never know which opportunity may become life changing. Chapter 7, Freedom. According to Morgan Housel, the highest form of wealth is not luxury, it is freedom. Most people believe money's greatest purpose is to buy expensive things. However, true wealth provides something much more valuable: control over your time. It allows you to choose how you spend your days, whom you spend them with. Freedom means not being trapped by financial obligations or forced into situations you dislike. This chapter reminds us that money is the most powerful when it creates independence and flexibility rather than simplify funding a lifestyle. Chapter 8, Man in a Car Paradox. People often buy expensive items because they believe others will admire them. A luxury car, a designer watch, or an extravagant home can seem like a symbol of success. However, Morgan introduces a fascinating paradox. When we see someone driving an expensive car, we rarely think about how impressive that person is. Instead, we imagine ourselves driving that car. Most people are focused on their own lives rather than judging ours. This means that much of our spending on status is based on misunderstanding of human nature. Is based on a misunderstanding of human nature. This chapter encourages us to seek personal fulfillment instead of external validation. Chapter 9, Wealth is What You Don't See. One of the book's most memorable lessons is that wealth is often invisible. Society tends to associate wealth with visible signs of spending: luxury homes, expensive vacation, and high-end possessions. However, real wealth is the money that remains unspent. It is the investments growing quietly in the background, the savings that provide security, and the financial flexibility that allows people to make choices. Wealth is not what you display to the world, it is what gives you options and peace of mind. This chapter challenges common assumptions about what it truly means to be rich. Chapter 10, Save Money. Many people believe saving money requires a large income, but Morgan argues that saving is primarily a behavioral skill. The habit of spending less than you earn creates opportunities and security. Saving provides protection during difficult times and allow individuals to take advantage of unexpected opportunities. More importantly, saving reduces financial stress and increases confidence about the future. This chapter highlights the importance of cultivating habits that prioritize long term stability over short term gratification. Chapter 11, Reasonable Greater than Rational. In reality, human beings are emotional creatures. Sometimes the mathematical optimal decision is not the best decision for a particular individual. A financial strategy that helps someone feel comfortable, confident, and consistent may be more effective than a strategy that promises high returns but creates constant anxiety. This chapter emphasizes that successful financial decisions are often those we can maintain over the long term rather than those that appear perfect on paper. Chapter 12, Surprise. The future is unpredictable. Every generation experiences events that nobody expected, from financial crisis to technological revolutions, because uncertainty is inevitable. Morgan argues that financial planning should focus on resilience rather than prediction. Instead of trying to forecast every possible outcome, successful people build systems that can survive unexpected events. Flexibility, adaptability, and preparedness become far more valuable than perfect forecasting. This chapter reminds us that uncertainty is not a problem to eliminate, but a reality to prepare for. Final conclusion. As we reach the end of Psychology of Money, one message stands above all. Financial success is less about what you know and more about how you behave. Wealth is not built through brilliance alone. It is built through patience, discipline, consistency, humility, and emotional control. The people who succeed financially are often those who understand the power of compounding, know when enough is enough, avoid unnecessary risk, and focusing on long term freedom rather than short term status. Money is not meant to be a trophy that proves your worth to others, it is a tool that helps you create a meaningful life. The greatest benefit of money is not luxury, fame, or recognition. It is the ability to wake up each day with more choices, more flexibility, and more control over your time. Master your emotions and you will master your money. Master your money and you will gain freedom. And when you gain freedom, you have achieved the richest form of wealth possible. Thank you for joining this journey through the psychology of money. If you like the video, please click on that subscribe button.